Hello again, music fans. Episode 19 of Find the Music. There it is over there. Can't get it wrong. Either way I turn. Hey, I really enjoyed Fred's episode about Alex Chilton, episode 18, because that inspired me to find a couple of acts that are kind of related. I know I'm letting the cat out of the bag for episode number 20 there. All right. So for me, episode 19 here, I'm going to introduce you to both of these acts. One's going to be in 21 and the other's here in 19. They have a group name, but they're really individuals. That seems to be a trend nowadays because these are relatively new acts that have only been around the past decade. So I think the best analogy to give you an idea of what this band sounds like without having to violate copyright is the Ventures. Right, the Ventures, instrumental rock, emphasis on the guitar. And so that's pretty much what this guy does, only it seems to be only guitar, no drums. And the band name is Bellerophon. And I think I'll show you better than me trying to spell it out loud, even though I could, but let me share with you Bellerophon's Bandcamp page. There's the Bandcamp page. The name is down at the bottom. It says Bellerophon US because there is a European band that goes by the same name. Nothing the same though. This guy's from Lincoln, Illinois. It's really two guys now that I think about it. They're from Lincoln, Illinois. And they're self-described as being slow math rock or space music. And I think it's closer to slow math rock, which I looked up math rock, what is that? And apparently math rock is something that's considered progressive with complex instrumentation. And actually, one of the things I enjoy about Bellerophon is that the instrumentation is not complex. It's really pretty much electric guitar. This group guy, they're so talented that just guitar alone is interesting, but it sounds like they're using electric effects to get the variety on the guitar there. They also have, let's see, look at their titles. There's a lot of spaciness going on there. I have the ones toward the bottom, Firmaments of Things Heard and Then Seen, and Gentensilin, and A Shattering Grandeur. Those albums are great. So it seems like maybe he's taking a different direction, getting spacier. But listening to these, the defining characteristic of Bellerophon for me is the songs are all short. They're like 3 minutes, 3-minute instrumentals. So if you put an album on, it's a very short album, right? I can show you from my own collection. Let's do that. Bring up my collection. Yeah. I'll share that on the screen. Of course, this gets dangerous. I get tempted to play something, but so you can see the release dates from the albums that I have. Firmaments came out in 2015, and so did Gentigelson. I'm not even sure how to say that. And this is a band from Lincoln, Illinois. Okay, they're not from Germany or anything. But Gentigelson, and you can see the times are all like around 3 minutes every song. Of Things Heard and Then Seen, that's on the Bandcamp website. That's also in 2015. And A Shattering Grandeur came out in 2015. So this guy's cranking out albums every quarter. I have Storm Organ from 2016, and that's the extent of my collection. I don't have these new space ones. But again, 3 minutes, guitar. If you like to hear I guess complex rhythms on your guitar. It's got complex rhythms, and maybe it meanders a bit, maybe it noodles a bit. But at 3 minutes, everything is just so brief. It's like he finds a particular groove and then he changes it. And maybe that's why they call it math rock, because it goes from one to another, it keeps changing. I find it pleasant just to put on the album and let it run through. It's almost like listening to one really complex song. Because 10 songs at 3 minutes each, that's a 30-minute album. It's pretty short. These are short. They're very painless. They make good background music, I'll tell you that. Your mind starts thinking of world domination while you're letting this music in the background play. Okay, so I'll show you one more thing, and that is their Facebook page, because that's where I learned it's more than one person. Let me get that page up. So finished with Bandcamp. Here's their Facebook page. I learned a whole lot from the Facebook page about them. Let's see. Share screen. Facebook page. There it is. All right, so as you can see, on December 19th, they wished happy holidays to everyone. So the first name looks like it's Ian. Is that I-A-I-N? Ian Kobe? And Tobias Van de Peer. That one's a little easier to pronounce. So they describe themselves as two white guys, right? And they got some interesting projects coming up. They have a covers EP. Now that sounds interesting to me, because especially who they're covering. It's an EP called The Laughing Cavalier. I gotta find this. I hope it's out or out soon. And they're doing a Roxy Music song, a Sandy Denny song, a New York Dolls song, a Yes song, and a Mahavishnu Orchestra song. That's quite an EP, I'm thinking, gonna be. And it's gonna be free. So I thought, oh man, maybe that's gonna be on Bandcamp, but I looked in the Bandcamp page, it wasn't there yet. And the prolific guys that they are, right, coming out with albums quarterly, there's a second album that's a vinyl double album called Alms for Neptune. They describe it as being a bit crazy, spinning lots of plates. They have a drummer this time. Ah, see, they brought in a drummer and a saxophone player and a flute player and a singer. Oh, Robin Schell. I know Robin Schell. Yeah, he works with a couple other artists. He was shortlisted to be in Yes back when they had no singer in 1980, but someone beat him to the punch. Yeah, he was recommended by the Supertramp lead singer, and well, so he didn't get the gig. But yeah, so he has high vocals. Robin Schell. High vocals, very John Anderson-like. So what kind of album is this going to be? This is very intriguing to me. I mean, I did not get into Bellerophon because they had a Yes connection, not at all. But now their next two efforts, there is a Yes connection. So that just makes it even more fun for me. So I'm hoping you, who endured this episode, that you're going to give Bellerophon a try. Give them a try. Like I said, if you like the Ventures, that kind of surf rock where it's a guitar emphasis, you're going to get that here. Only this is mainly guitar, so it's a little more insular, a little more introspective. And I guess that's the definition of math rock right there. Okay, I think that is enough said about Bellerophon. Check them out. End of episode 19.